Well, all right, people. So I want to do my thoughts here on DACA, and I put the title in the video "Americans Are Dreamers Too" because that's the line Trump said at the State of the Union address, and I really love that line there that he put that in there, because the Democrats seem so just dedicated to this one issue of DACA. It's like their biggest thing. They shut the government down over it. I mean, they care more about DACA and illegal immigrants than they do about actual Americans, it seems like. I mean, they're always saying about how this one immigrant was like a valedictorian, or he opened his own business, or whatever the fuck. I mean, everybody's always talking, these Democrats are always praising illegals and talking about them, and they're really putting the issue of illegal immigration over issues like the economy, or trade, or the military, or, closing down the border. So I mean, but we do have the problem of DACA. We do have the problem of illegal immigration. So what do we do about it? I mean, there has to be something done about it. First off, I think we have to realize that our borders have been pretty much wide open the last 10 or 15 years, and these illegals have been pouring in. I mean, they keep saying we have at least 11 million illegal immigrants in our country. Who knows if that's actually the true number, because they've been saying that number forever now. It's probably more. So we have to realize that we've really that our government has really fucked us in the ass when it's come to protecting our border. They've really done a terrible job at that. So we have to realize that, and we have to close down our border before we do anything. So then once we close down our border, which I think Trump's obviously doing a good job of that because illegal border crossings are down, but the Democrats are trying to obstruct because they just want more illegals and more immigrants coming in. So once we close down our border and have a secure border, then we could address, what do we do with DACA? What do we do with the illegal immigrants here? Well, with DACA, this is what this video is about, really. DACA, it's a very unique situation. It's not the same situation as the 11 million or more illegal immigrants here, because DACA kids came here on their own. They didn't come here on their own desire. They came here with their parents brought them here. So technically, they didn't really commit a crime. So I'm way more sympathetic over DACA people, kids that came here, than their parents, who really are the ones who are at fault here. So what do you do? I mean, I think that, if they're productive, which probably many of them are, they're productive, they're law-abiding, they're paying taxes, and then we give them a path to citizenship. But if they're losers, if they are on welfare, if they are not contributing positively to society, then we send them back to Mexico, or wherever they came from. And it's as simple as that. I mean, I'm not for kicking out all DACA people, because, like I said, they didn't come here on their own. They didn't break the law knowingly. So I have a little bit more compassion for them than I would an illegal immigrant. But by no means should we just blindly give these 800,000 or again, it might be more than that, 800,000 people citizenship just automatically like that, because undoubtedly some of them are bad people who might be criminals, or might just not contribute to society in a positive way, and might just leech off our welfare system. So we should not just legalize them blindly like that. But there has to be a deal done where, yes, we give the good ones a path to citizenship, but at the same time, this is crucial. We have to shut down our border, because if we don't, then 10 years later, we're going to have DACA Part 2. We're going to have another million of these children, and we're going, what are we going to do with these poor children? So we have to shut down our border. We have to control our immigration policy. We can't just let people in here, chain migration, or just because they're relatives. We can't do that. We have to have a merit-based system, because we should be worried about, again, our own citizens. Congressmen have a obligation to worry about America's citizens before they worry about the global citizens of the world. So when we let in people from our country, we should ask ourselves, is letting in this person benefiting our country, or is it not benefiting our country? Is it letting in 1 million low-wage workers per year? Is that benefiting our country or is it not? I don't really think it is. So when we let in people, we should be looking at that. Is it helping us or is it hurting us? So our immigration needs to be controlled. The border needs to be controlled. It needs to be secured. A wall needs to be built. But we need more than a wall to help with immigration. You know, we need new technologies at the border to help with underground tunnels and planes and everything else. But the wall is just one part. People always say, oh well, people are just going to go underground. Yeah, we need the wall, but we need other technologies as well. And so there you go. There's my thoughts on DACA. You know, there needs to be something done about it. There needs to be a path to citizenship for the good ones, not the bad ones, not all of them, but the good ones. And we need to shut down our border, and we need to revamp our immigration policies, our legal immigration policies, so that the actual immigrants coming into our country are good people, not terrorists or bad people who aren't really going to contribute to society and are just going to hurt our economy. Because America first. Congressmen should be putting Americans first, not people who live in Mexico or Guatemala or illegal immigrants or DACA people. They should be putting Americans first because that's what they're elected to do. So there you go, people. There's my thoughts on DACA, and I really loved again when Trump said Americans are dreamers too, because Democrats seem to be obsessed with immigrants and illegal immigrants, and Nancy Pelosi saying, "Oh, Trump wants to make America white again," when his immigration policy gives a path to citizenship to 1.8 million people. What a fucking doofus Nancy Pelosi is. What a dumb fuck. So it's all lies and propaganda from the Democrats. So there you go, people. There's my thoughts on that.